All right, as we get ready to go to Indy to pack up to go beat Cleeter, we figured we'd give you an update on the Cleeter beater, which we're getting ready for Sick Summer. So as you know, at Sick Week, we picked this ride up and we were by far the most competitive. At the end, we just didn't have the time they had to get it ready. We are upgrading with safety. Race Tech provided us seats for it. Safety does not come from the budget. Roll cage, Bobby got that all taken care of it in there. Safety does not come from the budget. Oh, it is Race Tech seat belts too. 5-point harnesses going in there. Motion Raceworks. We got the parachute on the back. The parachute is because we are expecting we're going to need it. That means you exceed, I think, 135 miles an hour to need a parachute. 150, I don't know what the number is. Either way, we're gonna need it. Not giving you any details on our engine trade that we were able to pull off with it. I mean, right now it's all safety. And as we get closer to the event, that's when we'll start getting it together and getting it ready. But we're gonna head down to Indy this weekend. And hey, because if we win the Indy 800, he is giving away a 1200 horsepower LS, Whipple supercharged LS to the winner. That means it's free. So if you win that engine, does that mean that doesn't apply to the budget? Huh. Hey, give us a comment down there. What do you think that means? But that's updates on this as we get closer to Sick Summer. Know that Sick Summer merch is over on the website. Go grab that stuff and plan to attend Sick Summer. I mean, that is coming up in the middle of June, and it is going to be an epic battle between the four of us to see who comes on top. And us with now a little planning to get the safety in line and understand what we're doing, I think we'll be on top. And shit, if we got that 1200 horsepower LS, for sure we'll be on top. But Cleeter beater update. All right, enough about the Cleeter beater. On to our latest giveaway. This is our best one ever. So because everybody loves a 65 Pontiac GTO. It's the GOAT. So those that know the know. To kick off the contest for it, we got a limited supply of Sick the Magazine GTO shirts. So these things are hot off the press, limited supply of them. And to kick off the contest, go grab a package, link down below, but like you grab the shirt, that gets you the shirt and the 2 stickers for it. You get 50 entries for doing that. So 50 chances to win right off the bat, this 65 GTO. Just awesome. So on to us giving it test runs, and know that our goal is to make this a 10-second car before you get it. So we're giving you the first runs down the track with it, and know that over the next month, we're gonna be working through it to get it down to where we want it to be at, to be a proper drag and drive car. Cruising in a 65 GTO. This thing is cherry. So it's got a 383 stroker in it, Fulton. The guy we got off doesn't know any details because the guy he got it off of doesn't know any details. The story is that whoever had it before, an old guy bought it, he drove it once and it scared him. So he sold it to a guy but needed to get quick money to get a different car. The guy bought it. So nobody knows the details on it. The guy we got it off of got it from New Mexico last fall, and it was gonna be his drag and drive ride. And then he actually is building a gasser for Sick Smokies. So, and then doing engine work and stuff. So he decided that whatever, he needed the money for building his engine and getting his gasser ready. So he offered this up like on Facebook, and I looked at it, I'm like, dude, that car is sweet. How much do you want for that car? And so we negotiated on a price, and part of the stipulation was he needed to deliver it to Michigan. So they brought it to Michigan, we picked it up, or delivered it to us in Michigan. So first time seeing it was him bringing it to our shop. We were gonna put 315s on it, and it needs new 4-link bars to be able to fit the 315. So we may still try and figure that out. We put some tires on the front of it, kind of did a quick once over on it. Bob had to put in the driver door bar back in again because that was cut out of the car, and it was laying in the back seat. So made it a swing out. I think that was about it for us. But 383 stroker, turbo 400. It's a full chassis car. Somebody did a decent job. Some of the welds are real boogered. Needless to say, it should serve for 850. It's got all kinds of nitrous stuff everywhere, but nothing's ever been wired or plugged in or anything. So we're not sure what the story is with that. I mean, that'll be a future consideration for us to try and figure out what all that stuff does and how much of it do we take out and how much do we deal with. But first time driving it, because it was still snowing. It's still snowing in Michigan even right now. Our first time driving it was onto the trailer to trailer it down here. So I don't know if like this was a race car at some time and then somebody turned it back into a street car. I mean, once again, not sure of the history on this whole thing, but if anybody knows it, obviously, I mean, let us know, because it came from New Mexico last fall. So that's the details as far as we know it. But I mean, it's a solid, got nice paint on it. Like, I mean, a lot of carbon fiber. Like, it's got a sweet carbon insert or whatever in the trunk that, I mean, all looks good. And like, I mean, we've done very minor stuff to it, but supposedly it runs good. Engine setbacks far, so it's obvious. I mean, it must have been like maybe a street race car. So you can see the suspension, like how it loads, because like it definitely wants to pull the wheels off the ground. So she's definitely a hooker and a booker. So, but like definitely loose front shocks and let that extension happen and that weight transfer to the back. That engine setback helps, but I'm worried about prep, how big a wheelie it might do. There are scrape marks on the back bumper that basically shows that bumper's been on the ground before. So we don't know, like, I mean, it'd be sweet if somebody had some videos of this thing racing back in the day. Or, I mean, we don't even know when back in the day was. It could have been last year. We're at Rockingham this weekend, so this will be the first shakedowns on the car, and we just want to get a feel for it and see what we need to do with it or anything we should address.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's why you got to check that shit. So it's got a Chevrolet engine.
So we just picked up this GTO and we have it here at Rockingham. So we brought it down, want to get some test laps on it. Literally, we haven't had time to go through anything on it except put it on the trailer, bring it down here. But we're going through tech with it, and they're picking up on some of the stuff that we need to change with it to get it certed to be an 850 car, because it does have a cage in it. Bob put the cage back together. A door bar was out of there, so he did make that a swing out. We will have to get the chassis certed at some point to get it to 850. We need a second return spring on the carburetor right now, and those are really the two things for it to be certed for 850. So right now we're certed for 10.0 because it's got a cage, but it's not a certed cage. We still have to get the second return spring or whatever on there. But yeah, tech here at Rockingham, and hey, we want to put some miles on. We want to try and check this thing out because it's a cool ass car. So we put some new tires on the front. We're gonna Mickey's got new tires for the back, so we're putting new tires on the back, and yeah, like I said, we're gonna get some hits on it, see what happens with it this week. that was very uneventful. All the build up to thinking it's going to wheelie off the line because of driving it back there and how the weight transfers, and literally it just blubbered off the line. So don't know if maybe I was in the wrong gear. The other is like I'm only feeling 2 gears, and I feel like it's a turbo 400. There should be 3. So partway down track, I'm like, well, let me see if there's another gear. Well, nope, that was neutral. So I mean, it went 6.0. What did it do? Yeah, 890 to the 8th. So at 85 miles an hour. But I finished with a 13 at 94 miles an hour because basically I'd slowed down. I was only really running the 8th, but then I'm like, that was such a dog, I'll just keep driving. So yeah, so we will see. That gives you, it's a starting point. So then you go from there. The other, there's no line lock. There's no line lock, so trying to do a burnout, and it's got 4-wheel disc brakes, so like you're trying to do a burnout, you're trying to hold the front tires, but make sure the back tires will go. So like, I mean, that was, I had to get told, back up and do it again. You got stickers on your wheel. 1340 this time, but I went 106 miles an hour. It does have 3 gears, so I figured out on that one that I ran it all in 2nd gear or whatever. I never hit 3rd gear. So
you run it all first?
no, 2nd. But yeah, I just don't know why it's so doggy down low. So, but whatever. It's a starting point, and then has to go from there.
It's 2 of the same starting points.
Exactly. 2 starting points, but at the end of the day, if you take away the time slip and you take the launch away, and then you just look at it going down the road or down the track further down and imagine that's the beginning, it's pretty quick.
What?
Hello? All right, it is Saturday. Yesterday didn't turn out so well. A little bit of mist and stuff, but it didn't rain. The track kept weeping though, so there's water coming up from the track, so we weren't able to get any runs in. But we did get the street drive. So we took the Durango out, we took 2.0 out. With all the chaos, we didn't take GTO out on the road. So, but today's Saturday, it is race day. The whole event's happening today from 9 o'clock in the morning till 2 a.m. if it has to try and get the event over. I can see my breath. So it's a little chilly this morning, but we will see how the day progresses because we got 2.0 and the Durango in competition. And then we'll see if we can get some passes in with the GTO to get it down the track and see if we can improve on that 1340. But like, I really think we're gonna have to do work to the vehicle to get it to improve on the 1340. So I'm not all that excited to take it out there and let it be a dud some more. I want it to like get more lively and step up, but that may be its return trip to Michigan and get some work done and get to the track there. But either way, if it's not going down the track and you're just listening to it and it's cruising down the road, like, it sounds badass. And the best thing about this GTO is you can win it. Every dollar you spend on the merch site gets you an entry for it. The other thing that we've instituted now is lifetime sick ward entries for any of our giveaway vehicles. So it's the vehicle that gets lifetime sick ward entries. So if you want to come to Sick Week and be in sick ward after you win this vehicle, free entry, we'll hook you up. If somebody sells the car, the entry for sick ward goes with the car. So if somebody sold off the dually, whoever has the dually now, like, will get the sick ward entries. It goes with the car, and we're on our 9th giveaway, I believe. This is our 9th giveaway, but all of them are included because it's so cool. Like,
The dually was at Sick Week and Sick Ward. That was cool to see. The Gasser participated in 660 or in Death Week. I mean, just all those things are just cool. And the more our giveaway cars are out there getting used and they're participating in the events, that's just awesome. Like I just love it, because that's our goal with it, is people getting these cars, winning these cars that maybe can't afford to get one of these cars, and so but because they get them, now they participate in the events and they hang out, and that's just awesome, and that's what it's about, and that's why we love doing these giveaways, is for the people using the stuff that we're giving away. So lifetime Sick Ward entries for our events, for anyone that wins these. Remember, every dollar you spend gets you an entry, and the GTO. I mean, we're gonna make this thing fast, we're gonna work on it, and the goal is really that it's a 10-second car before the giveaway.